Justin Guarini and Kim Walsh Phillips.
Hello, hello, hello.
Everybody. So great to be on here with you today. Woohoo! Yes. All right. Well, we are rocking and rolling, and you are on here because you have the Celebrity Speaker Blueprint, and this is our little update about what's been happening the last 90 days. And I realized I have my wrong background, and so this is going to be behind the scenes change.
Aha, look at that. I came prepared, as you can see with my background here. I have
That's the only one you have.
I have a new office and it's being constructed as we speak. So I put up my fancy dancy blue screen and I put on the background here. And I'm standing today. It feels good to be kind of standing up today.
Nice. Good for you.
Nice.
I will not. Okay, good. Well, welcome everybody. We are thrilled to be with you. We're going to be sharing with you some strategies that have worked really well for us the last 90 days. So you can apply this as you're getting on stage. And we've been doing this in real time, which has been super cool because we are literally taking what we share with all of you and implementing it inside our business. And then it's been working really well. So then we're able to share some of those strategies with you inside for your business. All right, here we go. I'm going to show over the overview and then we'll just get started. Yeah. Okay, cool beans. And here we go. Oh, no, wrong side. 1 second.
This is the part we say we'll clip out of the replay, but we don't.
Oh, we're not clipping out the replay. No, I'm seeing my animation is off, so you're going to get irritated with me in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
I don't care.
The things that you're just going to go with. One of the things
this is
I
my favorite.
discovered in the last 90 days is that a lot of my animations go in weird order in my bullets. And this is a nemesis of Justin's brain. So he's going to just deal with it right now. So anyway, here's some of the things we discovered. We're going to go over them with the order. You can multiply your revenue from speaking by getting paid to speak and making an offer. There's a certain warm up you could do for your talk. There's tools you want to have on hand with you at all times. There's tricks for getting in your authentic voice, and there's a way to get the audience to take your offer, even if you have constraints on how you can make the offer. So we're going to share some of those tips and tricks from behind the scenes. So first up, there are some tricks for getting into your authentic voice. This is behind the scenes of some of our VIP Elite Days. And we've tried a lot of strategies with folks to get them more natural on camera and authentic. And Justin, I'd love for you to talk about some things we can do to get in our authentic voice to really engage with our market from the very beginning.
Yeah, without a doubt. I know that when we're heading into a VIP day or when we're in one of our intensives, that the worst thing that I could possibly do is just put someone in front of the camera and say, let's go. Right? It just doesn't work like that. Whether you're a seasoned actor or you're someone who's never been in a camera before, a seasoned speaker, right? It doesn't work. And I've got a great story to give you an example of a genius way of making this work. There is a very famous book called To Kill a Mockingbird. And it was something that I read in, I think, junior high, something like that. And then we watched the movie. And Gregory Peck is in the movie, an outstanding actor, outstanding performance. And I think there's a Duvall, I forget what it is, but Robert Duvall also is in it as well. So like amazing actors, amazing movie. But they were working with kids. And there's this thing in show business that says, look, don't work with animals or kids, right? Because you never ever know what they're going to do, right? So what this director did for To Kill a Mockingbird is, instead of going from the rehearsals where everybody was in a room sitting around the table and then just jumping onto the set with these kids and putting them in front of the camera and expecting them to deliver these natural performances, what he did was he said, come on, kids, come on, Scout, and I forget what the other character's name is, and he sat them down on the set. It was a set of a house, a street, right? It was in this big warehouse. And he just talked to them. And he had them rehearse there on the set. And he had conversations with them. And the cameras were way off in the back. They weren't even anywhere. They couldn't even see the cameras. And so he did that for one day. And the next day, He brought the cameras just a little bit closer so that they could see them, but they still weren't even thinking about the cameras, the kids. And he had a conversation with them and he rehearsed with them, so on and so forth, and moved the cameras in slowly so that by the time the cameras got there and they were right, as close as this camera is to me, it didn't feel strange. It just felt like this wonderful progression that got them into it. So the point of that story is what I like to do, and Kim and I like to do, is we like to have a conversation. We like to talk about what it is that your niche is, what it is that some of the adventures you've had in your job, like you're talking to a friend, like you're talking to somebody in your family, keeping it easy. Yes, the lights are there. Yes, the cameras are there, but we don't dive right in. We just kind of get warm and we think about how would I explain this to a friend of mine if I was trying to talk about these points that I want to make in my business? How would I talk to this to someone that is a significant other? And it's just having that really friendly, warm tone that allows you to just get into it nice and easy. Another thing, when you talk about your authentic voice, another thing that I love to do and to remind people, especially in the digital age, right? When you think about back in the day when they were shooting To Kill a Mockingbird, right? It was my kids call it the black and white days, right? Well, they actually had film inside of the machine, inside of the camera, right? And there was only so much film. When the film ran out, well, we got to get more film. Guess what? When you're starting out, when you're on the stage or when you're in front of camera, let's just say for this, just getting into that authentic place, remember that you can do it as much as you want. You have as many takes as you want in the camera, right? And the last point that I'll make when it comes to being on the stage, the more that you can just practice and play and do your speech for some friends, do your speech for maybe some coworkers, some people, maybe do it in a community of people who are there to support you and will give you wonderful feedback. All of that, the more that you can do it, realize that it just is play. So when the big moment comes, you can be relaxed and you can know that you are delivering something that is not just shot out of a cannon, but that you've done before and that feels really comfortable.
Yeah, and at the In-Demand Speakers Bootcamp, we're actually going to walk you through an exercise to create a mini speech based on a story that you tell. So you can actually step into a story you tell regularly. You've told to friends, family, your kids, your parents. You've said this story, so you're super comfortable with it. You feel really natural with it, and how you could translate that voice and that style into your speech. It's like the fastest way to create an engaging performance on camera and on stage, and we're going to walk you through that during the workshop. So we're really excited about that. Oh, amazing. All right. So that's tip number one, thing that we discovered. Number two, these are some tools to have on hand when you're doing your speaking events. Well, we have I'm gonna give some logistic things, and then you could do some of the health things that we've discovered. So some of the things that you want to have on hand to support you at your event, a really simple thing, it seems kind of silly, but actually a selfie stick is really helpful. And I've had it with me. We don't always use it, but it's really helpful when we do. When you're on site at an event, to take a picture of yourself with the audience behind you at the stage, when you get to the venue, when you're traveling, it just creates a little more professional. They sell tiny ones that I could fit in my little clutch purse, but it is great because it gives that more professional photo even when you don't have a photographer with you. Yeah. That's been a really great tool. Having permanent marker with you if somebody asks for a signature on something, that's a really great thing. You don't want to be the one having it in. You want to hand it to someone that if you get asked to sign a book, they will have it available. That's really good.
Can I say one thing? Make sure it's any other color. Black is preferable, but not blue. This is a celebrity technique. I'll tell you, do not sign in blue marker because blue marker can be lifted off of the book and scanned and put on whatever else. So you'll never see any big name celebrities or whatever signing in blue marker.
Good. Black ink is required. That is really important. That's good. That's a good tip. Another one is if you're going to have any kind of order form or people signing up for things, have clipboards because that gives them a hard surface on which to write. And sometimes you're in a venue and they don't have tables in front of them, or the sales table where they sign up is a smaller space. So having a clipboards there is great. I like to, I'm a little bit bougie when it comes to design. I have specific design aesthetic. I always choose a clear clipboard because then it matches whatever the decor of the event is and it doesn't distract. It just enhances and it makes the focus of the order form, and it doesn't pull away from that. So a clear clipboard is great in that scenario. And then we just carry a little I have a little container of event tools like HDMI cord in case they can't hook up my computer, an adapter from my computer, a clicker. If the event venue doesn't have a good clicker, we have one ready to go. We have a little spotlight ring light that can go right on the computer or right in the venue just to give us a little bit of uplight. That's been great. It literally fits in a tiny little box that goes in my carry-on. Yeah, he's got it right in front of him. This little tiny light gives so much light. It's amazing. And it's totally portable. You can charge it ahead of time, but it makes a really big deal. We're going to give you links to all those great resources in the digital swag bag at the event, but they've been really helpful. And it's amazing how many times we have pulled these things out for the event. So that's really good as well.
Absolutely. Of course, something that I think we don't think about a lot, but Kim and I learned, and we're glad that we had with us in this last run that we did, was make sure you just have like a little med kit. And, simple things like think about, all the upper respiratory things that can go wrong and make sure to plan ahead. If you're a NyQuil or a DayQuil person, right? Antihistamines, things like that, they're going to help clear out your sinuses. Even if you want to bring something like throat coat tea. Throat coat tea is a tea that a lot of speakers, a lot of entertainers, people who have to use their voice a lot will use. And there are all kinds of things. Throat coat is just the first one that comes to mind. But there are little tea bags that you can bring, right? Because mostly at any venue you can go to, you can find hot water somewhere, right? So that's something that you can use for yourself. In addition to that, any other sort of obviously medications and things that you think might be helpful, just in case you're on the plane, like those what do you call them, the
Airborne
emergency
gummies.
airbornes, the emergency gummies. Or Kim and I were eating a lot of those last week because we were a little bit under the weather. But guess what? We had to deliver, and we did. We did not feel 100%, but we were able to take the DayQuil and the things, and then we ended up getting on stage and selling $160,000 worth of coaching in 2 hours. Right? So nothing's gonna get in our way. And then
yes, I think those are good. You want to have Tic Tacs or breath mints.
absolutely.
So you can pop it in before and have the event organizer have it in. I like to have that they have it for me. So when I get off stage and people want to do like the pictures and the signatures, but I have one to pop in because I always have dry mouth after I get off stage.
Yes, another thing to pack is hand sanitizer. That's something that we had as well. I mean, just germs in general, the general thing, you're shaking a lot of people's hands, right? Most likely in that scenario. So hand sanitizer is something good to have because not everyone has might not have the same sort of hygiene that you do. And then
Hydration packets.
yes, there we go. The hydration packets is huge, right? Again, making sure that you are hydrated, drinking enough water, because when you get up there, you will be surprised. Just speaking for 40 minutes, speaking for 30 minutes even, you will be surprised at how dehydrating that can be, especially if you put things like maybe a little bit of nervousness on top of that, or maybe you didn't eat beforehand. All of those things can contribute to you. I think I forget who it was. It might have been Ted Cruz or somebody like that, who was doing the rebuttal after a presidential address, and he kept like this. And regardless, politics aside, whatever he was saying, I don't remember what he was saying, because he just kept with the water, and it completely derailed a nationally televised event where he was supposed to have this big rebuttal against whatever was being said by the opposite party. You don't want to do that. So make sure, obviously, you'll have some water up there, but hydrate beforehand so that you can make sure that you're hydrated. Also, one last thing I'll say is, and I mentioned this before, Grether's pastilles. Grether's pastilles.
So much about this, but you have yet to bring them for us for at an event. Can you? I bring all the supplies, like literally every time. It is up to you now to bring this.
It's true. It's true. They're
True.
absolutely amazing. You have to, I have to keep them away from my kids because
Yeah,
they'll
okay.
just
Well,
eat them
not from
like,
your business partner.
no,
Let's, next time, let's bring them.
yes, I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're fantastic. It's basically the same thing that gummy bears are made out of, but it's got a little bit of extra in there, and it just coats your throat in a way that doesn't is not weird, but also allows you to set it right under your tongue in the more advanced way, and just in between speaking, you can do something like that, swallow, and it helps to keep you hydrated there. Just in
We're
case.
running a 3-day virtual boot camp next week all about speaking. So I feel like if you're ever going to bring your friend some of these, this would be the time.
Yes, you know what? We can get them at Westerly in New
We
York.
can, you said. You will get them. You're like, I will get them and bring them.
I will get them for you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's
My
what I thought you
favorite
were
New York
saying.
place to get them. Yes.
I figured that's what you're going to say. Okay. Next up is warming up for the talk.
Yeah,
What you
this
need to
is
do before you get on the stage.
super important. It's kind of like watching an athlete get off of the bus, let's say a football player, right? Watching them get off the bus, they got their headphones on, and directly from the bus, they walk onto the field, right? They change, obviously in a private place, and then they start playing the game. Have you ever seen that? Of course not. Lou, would you have gotten off the bus and just walked out to the mound and they said, play ball, and you just start pitching? Absolutely not. Your career would have probably lasted a month. Why? Because pulled something, or what, you weren't even in the right mind for, oh my goodness, it would have been a hot mess. Professional athletes have a warm-up routine.
I'm taking my daughters right after this call to their gymnastics studio to practice stunts for their cheerleading competition. Like, it's every week they're learning a new thing. Yeah, to practice.
Absolutely. So there is a routine. If professional athletes who are going out there, who are using their bodies, if professional musicians and performers and Broadway performers who are going to go out there, use their bodies, their voices, if they have a warm-up routine, why don't you?
Why don't you?
So should you, I should say. And it's so important. But guess what? We have some suggestions for you on how to do that. And there are a lot of different things that you can do. But remember that your body, your voice is one, especially your voice, it's like one big muscle. Right?
Yeah.
So think about making sure that you just warm up your body, even if it's just some simple movement. I mean, the biggest of the biggest, Brendan Bouchard has a whole thing where he jumps up and down and does all these things before he gets on, to make sure to manage his energy, to make sure that his body is warm, to make sure that his voice is warm, so that when he goes out, not only does he sound good, but the energy, the way he moves, the way his mind is working, and maybe grabbing things, out of the air that he wouldn't have otherwise thought, that he's in alignment, that he's in tune and ready to go. So you should have the same exact thing. And guess what? It's dealer's choice. Whatever makes you feel like you're warm, you're energetic, you're ready to go, coupled with some tea or coupled with your favorite beverage, whatever that may
And in their digital swag bag, they're getting your 10-minute nerve crusher program, so they could do that right before they hit the stage too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Woo! So good. All right, awesome. And then this is my favorite segment. So Justin's favorite segments are when we talk about performing, and my favorite segments are when we talk about the money, honey. That's what I'm talking about. So after we've warmed up and we have our tea, it's time to go get the cash. And so there's a couple of things that have been really fun for us to participate with. And that is that, number one, you don't have to choose how you get paid. Okay. You can actually get all of them. So we say that there's 3 ways to make money from speaking on stage. You get paid before that, you get paid to speak on a stage, you get paid during that, you make an offer from the stage, you get paid after by generating a client from your speaking experience. You can actually do all 3 at one time. So that's what we just did. We spoke at Technology Marketing Toolkit event in New Orleans, and we were hired to speak at the event. We were paid to speak there and given a travel stipend for the event. And then we were permitted to make an offer at the event. We made a $7,000 offer. We generated $165,000 in 2 hours, and we're able to generate clients after the event. We've only done 1 call with one of the folks who's already interested in working with us as a client. So we're doing all 3. the best stages you're going to get on will allow you to do all three. So we knew our expenses were already covered with step number one. We were going to get paid to be on their stage, which was powerful because then we knew we were going to get the recording from the experience. We were going to have the videography from the experience. Like that was so valuable. So that was really great. And then we knew that we were going to be able to make the offer, but we didn't know how much we were going to generate. We had no idea going into it. We were able to generate enough revenue to make it absolutely worthwhile in a 2-hour period. And then we can convert clients on the back end. So how do you create this opportunity for yourself? Well, during the event, we're going to go through how to make a list of your dream stages. The dream stages that are filled with the people that have the problem that you solve. This audience we were speaking to, what we've honed in on our messaging is that and this is a good question for all of you, if your business currently grows primarily through word of mouth and referrals, that means you are putting the growth of your business in the hands of people who have no financial incentive to grow it. And that you felt the crowd go, so that's a problem that they have that we solve. Okay, that's powerful. Then it gets into, well, how do you solve it? Now, this is an audience of introverts. They're IT professionals. Yeah. Getting them on stage, getting them on camera, that's not their number one thing. So we had to create it that we first had to show the thing that we do is solving a problem that they have. Then we show them how to solve the problem. Everything you do has to focus first on the problem that you solve. Then you give them a solution that can give that problem. So that was the thing. So when you're looking for your dream stages, we're going to walk you through the strategy at the boot camp. Identifying audiences of people who have a problem that you can solve. That's who you speak to. And when you create a topic that is so good that the event organizer books you just so they can hear your talk. Because when they see the title of your talk, they're like, ooh, I want that. That's who you want to get in front of right away. That's where you want to be and for your audience. Okay. So that's how we're setting it up, that we are going to have a talk title with the exact topic that we want. We're going to have a topic that they want to hear, and we're going to go in front of the audience that has a problem we want to solve. When you do that, they'll pay you to come on the stage. They'll allow you to make an offer. Now you're going to give them a percentage of the offer. Okay. Usually like 10, 20, 30%. And then you're going to bring people in for a one-time opportunity. So our $7,000 offer was just for a 3-day event. We then have an opportunity to bring them into high ticket coaching. So you want to think about, you're not trying to sell everything from the stage. You're trying to sell the first step from the stage. And then you can get them into the next step. Oh, good. That's what you're going to be doing. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Okay, the final one was my absolute favorite. And that is getting your audience to take your offer. So we had a little bit of a constraint. So I am what you call a not a shy seller.
Oh.
Really? What?
Yeah, shocking.
I don't have any constraint when it comes to, I will sell to anyone at any time if I think the thing that's going to serve them well, because I care more about their success than I do about them liking me. So I will always make an offer. I think my market's going to benefit from it. Always, always, always. But we had a constraint, right, Justin? Because normally I would sell with order forms, but they wouldn't let us sell with order forms at this event.
Correct. What's interesting and what we didn't really, and this brings up something else, when you're going to go make a speech like this, it's always good to maybe, if you have somebody who's in that crowd or somebody a friend who's in that organization, it always makes sense, that you trust. It always makes sense to be like, hey, what do you think about this offer? And what we found from our client and our community member and friend Howard Globus is that IT people, the people we were going to serve that day, don't really like to leave their credit card information on forms. We had a form where you'd fill out your name, your address, your credit card information, give to, but these are IT security people. And they have a big aversion to leaving that kind of sensitive information on a page.
Mhm.
So what do? Well, Kim and I like to make it work. We like to make adjustments. So Kim, tell them what we did and how we did it.
Yes. So we have to have them order via an online order form and a QR code. So they're going to get a URL QR code. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's super passive. It doesn't create the fear of missing out, like the social proof. So like if you're doing an online event, like an online speaking opportunity, you're gonna see the sales coming in. Like all of you have tickets right here right now, but Reg, who's on here right now, he didn't have a ticket yet, and Kelly DM'd him, and he got a ticket during while we've been on here. So congratulations, Reg Allen, you're now joining us for the in-demand speakers event. So what I just did there was I shared a sale that we had during the event, which creates social proof and it creates FOMO. So if somebody doesn't have a ticket yet, they would want to get it. Cool, amazing. You can't do that when you're on a stage and people are doing online orders. What am I going to go? Get my phone, start reading it. Oh, congrats, Bob. Oh, Minik. It doesn't have the same kind of effect. Plus, they're filling an online order format. Everybody's going at the same time. It's going to be slow, blah, blah, blah. So we're like, how can we do this in a meaningful way? And in person, how can I get people out of their seats to show the social proof? So here we are on stage and we are talking about the offer. Now we shared with them the QR code and we share with them that they need to sign up. So here's us making the offer. I'm doing the pricing on the board. And then we tell them that the first, I think we said 23 people who sign up will get a fast action bonus from us. And it's a really great surprise. So I'm like teasing it as I'm making the offer. I'm not telling them what it is yet. So they start to get excited about it. And then I say, and if you're filling it out right now on your phone or your computer, come on up here on the stage. So you're one of the first ones that can get this. And then like, I don't see anybody moving. So I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do? So Kelly and Justin and I had an idea of this golden ticket. We're going to have 23 golden tickets up on stage and it's going to give them a link to get a private session with us. And so then they'll have to get out of their seat to get their golden ticket. So I say, and I have a special reward for the first one up here. Well, as soon as I say that, we start getting mobbed on the stage. You just see this guy down here. He literally fell because he was running to get hit. You see the golden ticket in the guy's hand. The guy went to go help Justin down here to help him. They're still grabbing their golden ticket first. They have to get their golden ticket. He's helping them. I am just laughing.
Well,
I
it
was
was so
laughing.
wild.
I'm laughing. Justin's helping. This is pretty much our relationship right there.
Well, look, here's the thing. Yes, you were laughing or helping, but what you didn't share with the audience is that as soon as you said that, look, with the order forms, you get that room rush. People go back and they run. But you said golden ticket, and then a few people like kind of got up. And then you said, and the first one to get up here, and this gentleman, the two gentlemen right there, one with his back to us, the other one on the ground, the two of them were coming stage left. And as they were walking,
and then
as they were
what
walking,
happened? We had to get all these people in line
and
to get their golden ticket. We created
yeah.
this mad rush in the room for people signing up in a time where we couldn't even take an order form. So you can always create a room rush, always, no matter what environment you're in. Now, we didn't know how it was going to turn out ahead of time. So like, it's a little bit scary because you're like making your offer in front of people and, but we got curious to see how this would work. And it did. It worked incredibly well to drive people into action for a high ticket offer. And you could see them right there because I said you could finish your order on stage. They're literally on stage with their phones ordering from us here. They're actually submitting their orders while we're giving out these tickets. It was really darn cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Although I will say the gentleman who is just to the side of Kim almost crushed her trying to get up to the stage.
That's accurate. He did almost crush me. And I did give him the reward that he's getting the VIP day coaching with us. So he got that. Like, I got it. I was the first. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm frightened right now. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay.
Just don't hurt me. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. And we even had people who enrolled, they were showing it virtually, who actually bought virtually online, which is really, really cool. So that was pretty awesome too. That was amazing. So yeah, those are our updates of what we found for the last 90 days and what you're going to discover at the In-Demand Speakers event next week. We only have 3 spots left. If you're not in VIP yet, to get your spot in the Shine Speaker Showcase. I think most of you are in it, but if you're not in it yet, you want to make sure you upgrade to VIP to get your spot, because we only have 3 spots left into the contest. We have an incredible content. This is a brand new event, even though we've had this event before. We've actually, because we we don't need to sleep. We just decided to redo everything. It's a whole new event, whole new content, all new everything. So it'll be a brand new experience for you, even if you've attended before.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have taken everything that we've learned because we want you to be on not just the cutting edge, but the bleeding edge of what it is that we've discovered. And so today was just a little taste of some of the things that are coming up this week. So we're super excited about it.
So you're probably wondering, okay, how do I make this happen for myself? I have the slow way that I can figure it all out myself, wasting a bunch of time, bunch of money, bunch of energy, or the fast way, allowing us to hold your hand and take you every step of the way to get this done quickly. But before I tell you about the opportunity we have for you today, I got to ask, do we have your permission to tell you how you could work with us to become the celebrity speaker of your niche? Yep. Go ahead and put a yes in the chat if you'd like to hear of the strategy you want to become celebrity speaker of your niche. All right, we're coming in with yeses, Joyce and Chris and Wendy. All right, I guess we'll show.
Let's go for it.
Okay, let's go. But we want to officially invite you to the In-Demand Speakers Bootcamp in the Shine Showcase competition, where you'll get to take our stage and instantly be the celebrity speaker of your niche. But before I tell you all about this event, I got to tell you who this is not for. If you'd rather make excuses than make things happen, this is not for you, because this event was created to get you really fast results. At this In-Demand Speaker and Shine Showcase competition, you're going to take our stage with a 2-minute talk you can leverage over and over again. In fact, you unlock the blueprint to become the celebrity speaker in your niche. You get a VIP ticket to join us for an event only with Justin and myself on the opening night, and you get a professional recording of your performance that you can use for your speaker sizzle. You can put on your speaker one sheet. You can use to get all those speaking engagements. Now, the Speaker Showcase competition includes the opportunity to present a 2-minute talk at our stage, the chance to compete for the $1 million speaker prize, which includes an in-person speaking event opportunity, an interview on our podcast, and a one-on-one coaching session. At the workshop, you're going to discover how to become the go-to authority expert in celebrity, performance secrets that engage and captivate your audience, leaving them begging for more, the easy path to landing your dream stages, how to monetize your talk, all this and so much more. So, you know how we talked in the beginning, you want to have celebrities speak on your stage. You want to speak on celebrity stages. You want to harness the celebrity of others. You're going to unlock this instantly because you're going to get a copy of your 2-minute talk from a virtual stage. So now you've spoken on stage. You're also going to get an opportunity to be shared with our audiences. You're going to be live at our event in front of my virtual audience. You're going to get in front of my 1 million person plus social media audience. You're going to get to generate clients because we're going to allow you to make a free gift offer. You're going to get a pre-event workshop to unlock your 2-minute talk, and you're going to harness our celebrity because now you can say, I've spoken on stage with American Idol alumni, Justin Guarini, best-selling author, Kim Walsh Phillips. You're now able to leverage that. We're going to give you a social media post you can share or put on your website or include in your email featuring you as a speaker with us. So you're instantly going to get that celebrity.
100%. We love working with people in all kinds of niches. And so Steve Thompson came to us, and he's actually a dentist. He spent a long time becoming a dentist, and yet there was something that he had gone through, some health challenges that he had, and he wanted to step outside of his comfort zone and talk about something that was really powerful, really meaningful to him, but was something that he had never really shared with an audience before. He'd never really gotten up in front of an audience, unless it was other dentists, and shared this kind of story. And so we worked with him. We helped him to get comfortable. He was like, I don't know what to do with my hands, right? All the things that a lot of people feel in front of the camera. And we helped him not only to get in front of the camera, but to shape that story, to help tell the story that he wanted to tell so that he could attract those right fit clients, so that ultimately he could make that impact that he wanted to make on his people.
Yeah, so we're also going to give you a lot of really good bonuses, including the digital swag bag filled with the plug and play speakers toolkit you can use right away to launch.
Absolutely. Also, the Nerve Crusher course. This is a course designed for one of the biggest challenges that people come to us with, that people have in general, right? The biggest fear is speaking in front of public people. It's speaking in public.
Public.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, it's one of the biggest fears, and yet this is a very simple, easy to follow nerve crushing course that helps you to regulate your nervous system. And in about 10 minutes or less, you can take all of that frenetic energy that stops most people from delivering that message, making that impact, and you can turn that into the energy that will propel you forward, that will help you deliver the performance of a lifetime.
To get down those dream stages, we're going to give you 100 places you can get booked right now as a speaker and so much more.
Yes.
So you have a 3-day virtual event, VIP only event, time on our stage, digital swag bag, plug and play kit, speaker in a box resource kit, the Nerve Crusher course. Total value is over $8,000. But before we tell you about the special opportunity we have for you today, I want you to think about, what is it worth to you? Like, what would it be worth to get on that stage? You already told you it's going to cost you to be a sponsor of an event, $10, $20, $30,000. What is a client worth to you? What about 10 clients, 100 clients? What would that be worth to you? Well, it's amazing. We have a special opportunity for you today. You need everything, not for $8,050. No. In fact, get a ticket to the In-Demand Speakers Bootcamp for just $197 for a regular ticket, or $297 to get on our stage and give your 2-minute talk. Now, on the next slide, I'm going to give you the URL you're going to want to go to, and you're going to want to go immediately, because we have a fast action bonus coming up that's worth more than the program itself. And now it feels like, this feels like an internet marketing scam, like they're fast action, push us. Listen, if you think I'm trying to be persuasive right now, you're not wrong. I'm going to do everything in my power to get you to take action right in this moment, even if it means giving you a bonus that's worth more than the program itself. Now, you should do the same thing to your audience when you give them offers, because their brain's like, I don't want to, I'm not ready. How do you take the fear out, make it a desire for them to go away from pain towards pleasure? You put in a fast action bonus. That's what we have with you today. All right, you're going to go right now to indemandspeakers.com. That's indemandspeakers.com. Okay, so you're going to get the 3-day virtual bootcamp, the VIP only event, time on our stage, the digital swag bag, speaker in a box resource kit, the Nerve Crusher course, the speaker business of speaking bonus bundle, and so much more for over $10,000 bonus. This is all yours when you go to indemandspeakers.com right now. That's indemandspeakers.com right now. With that, we want to ask we want to answer a few questions that we have for folks right now. I saw one of the ones that folks asked, do you need to be on social media in order to become the celebrity speaker of your niche? You don't need to, but is much more effective to do it. The reason why this is because then you are leveraging others to build your celebrity for you. I want you to think about this. If you speak at an event and somebody likes something you say, they have a quote that you bring out, you can put out a message there, and they're like, oh, I really like that. They write it on social. They create a post about it. They tag you. They now share it with their home market. They now have built your celebrity for you because they're giving an endorsement. There's a study that shows that people believe only 14% of what you say about yourself, but they believe 78% of what other people say about you.
Wow.
Which makes sense, right? Because if we go to book a resort for like one of our retreats, right? We're not just going to the resort, we're also going to TripAdvisor to see what other people say. When you leverage social media, you get other people to give you endorsements that you can use inside to get more of your brand and your business out there, which is really huge. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, there's another question from Kurt here that says, can you be successful as an event speaker without heavy social media engagement? Well, look, being a part of our event is going to give you that 10x following, right? So that's going to give you more heavy social media engagement. But when you think about the shine formula, right, it's that the S showing up as the professional you want to be is really the linchpin to being successful without having that experience, maybe without having that social media, without having been there, done that, right? Because you're showing up as that person with all of those elements, right? That speaker one sheet, the website, your sizzle reel, you look good in your photos, right? Right. So you're showing all of those things that help you and help the person who would invite you on that stage to be successful, right? And on top of that as well, we also work with you on your story, on that 2-minute talk, right? On your topic. So yes, it is entirely possible to be successful if you don't have that heavy social media engagement, right? If you show up the right way, right? And if you go on that stage and you just knock them dead, as we like to say in the theater, then that then is a catalyst for the kind of success that you're looking for.
Yeah. Another question I get often is like, what if this isn't the right time for me? I'm really busy. I have a lot going on. And the question becomes, how much time would you save if you were the celebrity of your market?
Yeah.
You know, my favorite way to get booked on stages is to have those stages show up in my inbox. Right? Like, I don't have to go after them. I don't have to waste time going out and getting speaking opportunities. They come to me. What kind of time saver is that? If I then, what kind of time do I save by clients coming to my door to want to work with me because they see me as a celebrity of my market? There's never going to be a better time than is right now for you to make all of this easier for you, to generate that opportunity by having that piece in place. Right. Another question we get often is, what if I don't know what my topic should be? I don't know what kind of topic would be the thing that would attract my right fit market. That's why you'd work with us. Justin's superpower is honing in on your performance, allowing you to show up as yourself in the most dynamic, engaging way. My superpower is your scripting, how to create copy that will get your audience to show up and ask how they can work with you. We want to get you booked on those stages, but even more importantly, we want your right fit clients to hear you so that they want to work with you. Well, we're getting to the end of the time. And if folks are thinking, I'm going to just wait to the very last second because I like being that person who's just on the edge of missing out on things. I'm motivated by the very last minute. Congratulations, you made it to the very last minute. This is your last second to jump right in at indemandspeakers.com. That's indemandspeakers.com right now to get the on-air pricing, the on-air bonuses, and the fast action bonuses as well. We're going to go off camera and off microphone here and go ahead and answer any questions that you might have inside the chat. We want to thank you for joining us today. God bless you, and we can't wait to work with you soon. Bye for now.